Hello and welcome to our video channel of mprugs.com. My name is Mike. I'm the moderator in a series of videos that is all about handmade carpets from around the world. Welcome you to our channel. Hope you're doing well. In today's episode, I'm going to be giving you buyer's tips. And this is based on the number of questions that I've had from viewers as well as to clients to our businesses over the decades. And one of the most common questions that many of you have asked me was based on the experiences that I have, what type of Persian rugs would I recommend based on different types of budgets? So what I thought I'd do in this video was I'm going to showcase to you three very popular types of Persian rugs. Also, we have an Indian copy. And these are all basically centered around the same type of design. And this is just to give you an example. And so one of the questions that I oftentimes get from folks is about, well, we have X amount of dollars. Mike, what do you think would be good, for example, for a dining room, living room, heavy traffic area? Just basically, a lot of folks who are new to Persian rugs, they want to buy a type of carpet that is beautiful for their homes or their office. But sometimes they are, well, basically, many folks don't really know what it is that they're getting themselves into. And so they look around the internet, they go to the stores, and then they see all of these, what I call bogus stuff that unfortunately is quite common, with the sales, the gimmicks. Some people push one type of rug over the other. And so when a lot of folks, when they come to our website or they see the videos in our channel, they realize that I'm pretty straightforward about it. I always tell people, I said, you know what, I'm going to give you my 2 cents if you want them. It may not be what you want to hear, but I'm going to give it to you because at the end of the day, when a client, the way I was raised and the way we've done it, is when a customer is happy, if a client is happy, the seller is going to be happy as well, because as a rug dealer, as a business person, I don't have to spend any money on marketing if my clients are happy, because they are going to refer me to others. That is how I was raised. That's how the same thing, you can see that in my channel and in my many videos. So in this video, it's giving you basically different tips on buying rugs using two different types of rugs. We have an Indian rug, we have a mood, this is a Persian rug, and here we have an Indian Mahi rug. Now, all four rugs here feature something that is known as the Harati design. The Harati design, this is a very old design. It goes back centuries. And the story is that it came with the help of the Mongols as they were in the 13th, 14th, 15th century, as you had basically the Mongols coming into Persia, then entering Europe. They brought a lot of the cultural architecture designs and everything with them. And the same vice versa. Whenever you have military campaigns back in the old days, and the same thing even nowadays, there's always a movement of cultures, and with it comes designs, ideas, sometimes even languages. As I always tell folks, being that I spend now most of my time here in Germany, where I'll do the videos and everything, it's amazing how much of the English language has become ingrained into the German. And the same thing, you see it here. You have a design, the Harati design. A lot of people credit this design to the Mongols, and you can see it here in the pictures. You have the, for example, I'm just going to go basically east to west This is what is known as, some folks in Persian rugs, they refer to the moods as actually the original or the oldest of the Harati design in Persian rugs. Of course, different people have different opinions. But if you look on the map, you'll see that there was a map of Iran, and then here you have on the east border, it's close, actually not too far from Afghanistan. You have the area where the mood rugs are made, and you'll see it in the design. This is classic Herati. Then as you move west towards, then you enter what is known as Bijar. And the Bijar, which is the rug that I'm basically standing in front of, this is also the type of rug I have in my home. This is one of the things I can tell you. But you will notice that, for example, there's some correlationship between the mood and the Bijars as far as the design. But more importantly, there is also a substantial price difference, especially when it comes to the high quality Bijar rugs and the standard quality mood rugs. The Bijars tend to be, generally speaking, about 3 times, at least twice as expensive, sometimes even 3 times as expensive as the mood rugs. And then at the end there we have the Mahi. This is also something that I had in a different size, in the larger size, in my home for a number of years in my dining room. And again, this is a very, very classic, very popular design. In fact, they're so popular that oftentimes these designs have, over the decades, also been copied. So for example, here I just put it here on the side. Here's an Indian version of it. You will also find this type of Mahi design, a lot of machine-made rugs that people, oftentimes they sell them in department stores and everything. And there's a reason for it. Very popular, very user-friendly. The design is such that it covers up just about every type of stain there is. But it's also a perfect example for me to showcase you. And this is something that I always tell my clients, that if you're looking at buying a rug, the difference between what a lot of people call a high quality Persian rug with a standard, whether it's Persian rug, whether it's Indian rug, but basically with the handmade rugs, is that, and I'm just going to use 2 examples here. We have a genuine Persian rug. This is a handmade Indian rug. Both of these rugs will cost you, this is just an example. You're looking at rugs that can generally cost about anywhere from $300 to $600 a square meter. That is a good point for, and what I would say, entry into the handmade carpets. With the handmade carpet, you're talking about a dining room rug, for example. In Europe, very traditional, 2 meter by 3 meter, 7 foot by 10 foot in the United States. That would be about the average typical, small, a normal dining room, or, so you're looking at about 6 square meters. With 6 square meters, an entry-level handmade carpet can cost you about $2,000. This is going to be a carpet that is going to make your home, as many people would say, the carpets are designed to obviously make the homes more beautiful, more welcoming. A lot of folks consider the handmade carpets to be part of a decor. And so, as I always say, a rug is not something that you buy out of necessity. You don't need, unlike, well, you have to have a bed, you have to have a chair to sit on, you have to have a table to eat on. But you don't have to have a rug. But a lot of folks nowadays, especially in homes where you have whether it's hardwood flooring, whether it's wood or stone, any type of hard surface floors, a lot of folks like to have their carpets. And so when you look at an entry level, for example, dining room, I think with a handmade rug, you're looking at about $2,000. And then you're looking at a rug that is about, that you're going to be able to use for a good 10, 15 years. This is most likely not going to be the type of rug that you're going to be passing on to other, what we always say, investment for life is basically it's a rugs that you buy when you buy the high-end the Persian rugs, you buy the rugs for life. And so the standard quality, and we have the Indian rug right here, we have the mood rug that you see right here. These are the types of rugs that are what we call standard quality. Expect to get about a nice 10, 15 years. In between, you may want to get them washed once or twice or so, and they're generally speaking not that expensive. But they'll last you. Eventually, you'll just pass them on. A lot of folks have told me, yeah, we'll just put them in garage sales, or we give them off to our kids, or we'll put them in the spare rooms or whatever. Then you have the high-end pieces. The high-end pieces, and we have the two examples right here. We have the beautiful Mahi Tabriz, and then we also have the beautiful Bijar. Now, the Bijar, these are the rugs that are right now in my living room. The Perusian, this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Mahi rug, this was also something, I had a different one in my home, but these same thing, the difference, they're handmade, of course. Oftentimes with the high-end pieces, you have the natural, the silk, the wools, just absolutely amazing. But these are pieces that a lot of folks, literally, they buy with the intentions of keeping for decades. And these are the types of rugs that a lot of my clients have said they build their memories on. This is something that becomes like a family heirloom that is then passed on to the next generations. And these rugs are designed to last decades. The same, and especially with the Bija rugs go nowhere. When you buy them for life, and you basically are going to be handing them down to the next generation. And so, and also in terms of cost, you're looking at the standard quality pieces with about 200, sometimes between 100 to 200 knots per square inch, whereas the high-end pieces, the handmade, for example, we have Tabriz and we have the Bijars, you're looking at 250 to 400 knots per square inch. I always say 300, 350 as an average. But the difference, of course, for example, on the Tabriz or the Bijars, you're looking at spending easily $1,300 a meter. And that's the starting point for the high quality pieces. And again, these prices, this is just an idea for what we're looking at. $1,300 a meter. This is 2023. So if you watch this video in a year or two or three from now, it gives you a kind of a ballpark figure. And the high-end pieces, they tend to be about 2 to 3 times in terms of cost, more so than the standard, whether it's the good quality Indian rugs or the standard quality Persian rugs. And again, it's really up to you as far as what it is that you need, what you want, whether you are growing a family, whether you have pets in your home, whether you have high traffic area, whether it's a low key area, a formal part of a home. The thing I wanted you to take away from is not only are there different types of qualities, but there's really no such thing as one rug being better than the other. And this is also something that I oftentimes get asked about. I always tell my clients, yes, you are spending substantially more on a high quality Persian rug, but For some of my clients, they say, Mike, you know what? We don't want to spend too much because we're looking at in a few years down the line, maybe changing our homes or redecorating or something. And that makes perfect sense. Some folks, they like to buy something and be able to enjoy it for years and years, whereas others want to basically, I call it the younger generation, the Instagrammers, they want to change things so often. And so everyone has their own ideas and everything. And so I always tell my clients, don't fall into the trap of having to spend money on something when you may end up regretting it. Or on the other hand, I've also told my clients, I said, look, here's a fact, and I've talked about this in other videos. I've never been one to push the sale of rugs. What we do know is this: the supply of new high-end quality Persian rugs is shrinking. We've also seen in the last decade and a half that the prices have more than doubled. So I always tell my clients, when you buy a rug, you're not buying it as an investment. You're not buying it in order to sell it someday and make a ton of money. I want you to buy it. I want you to enjoy it. But do note this: I have not seen a single reason why the prices of Persian rugs will be coming down. If anything, it's going to be going up. So on the high quality pieces, it definitely makes sense. If you're thinking about it, the longer you wait, the more you're going to be paying. That's basically how it's been. And this has been, like I said, I've had my website now for nearly 25 years. And I've had the family wholesale business for decades. So I thought I'd just point out to give you guys some of the answers to some of the questions that I've been getting from both viewers to our channel, as well as questions from our clients to our website at mprugs.com. And I thought I'd just give you guys some of my own personal tips on that. So I hope this information was of help to you. There are many more videos about the various topics of handmade carpets. We have videos that I have made about the Mahi design. I have several about the Bija rugs, the Mood rugs, also the Harati design. You'll find them all on our channel there. Also, there's links below. And as I always tell clients, if you're watching this video and you have a rug at home and you just have some quick questions about it, feel free. There is below in the description, there is a link to a video that shows you what type of pictures I need and the size and everything. Feel free to email me a few pictures. I can certainly take a look at them and then give you my 2 cents. And so in the meantime, I hope this video was of help. And I'm going to be coming back to you with many more videos to come. As always, if you subscribe, if you like our videos, we appreciate it. We thank you for your support. Wishing you all the best, and we'll see you again soon.